All right, so today we're going to look at the notes for 3.2. It's called Systems of Inequalities. Okay, so it's basically what we did yesterday in 3.1, but instead of having one equation, you're going to have two now, or three. We'll look at an example in a minute that has three down here. But the first one has two, okay? So now we need to figure out how to solve this. So you're going to do just like we did yesterday, but only for line 1. Okay, and this is line 2. So for line 1, you're going to have 2x minus y is greater than or equal to 4. Okay, and we're going to plug 0 in for y to find our x-intercept. So your x-intercept is going to equal, let's see, 2x minus 0 is greater than or equal to 4. So you get 2x is greater than or equal to 4, and you get x is greater than or equal to 2. So your point is 2, 0. Okay, so now for your y-intercept, you're going to put 0 in for x. So 2 times 0 minus y is greater than or equal to 4. And you're going to get negative y is greater than or equal to 4. You're going to get y is less than or equal to negative 4. Okay. So now your point is going to be 0, negative 4. Okay, so now let's do our test. And I'll put test down here. And we're going to test it. We're going to put 0 in for x and 0 in for y. So you're going to end up getting 2 times 0 minus 0 is greater than or equal to 4. And you're going to get 0 is greater than or equal to 4. Okay. So is that true or is that false? That's false, right? 0 is not greater than 4. So that's false. Okay, so now we're going to have to we're going to do the same thing for line 2. So you're going to do your x-intercept. You're going to write it x minus 2 times 0 is less than 10. You're going to get x is less than 10. So your point is going to be 10, 0. So now for your y-intercept, you're going to do, let's say we would put 0 in. So you're going to have 0 minus 2y is less than 10. And then you're going to have negative 2y is less than 10. And you're going to get y is greater than negative 5. Okay, so now your point is going to be 0, negative 5. And now we're going to do our test on line 2. And you're going to get, let's rewrite it. You're going to put 0 in for x and 0 in for y. So you're going to have 0 minus 2 times 0 is less than 10. You're going to get 0 is less than 10. Is that true or false? It is true. Okay. So now we need to graph these points. All right, so let's graph our first line at 2, 0, and 0, negative 4. So you have 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, negative 4. Okay. So now you're going to draw your line, and this is greater than or equal to, so it's a solid line. Like that. Okay. And now line 2, we have 10, 0, and 0, negative 5. And this is less than. It's not less than or equal to. So since it's just less than, it's going to be a dotted line. Okay, so we're going to have 0, negative 5, which is going to be right here. And we're going to have 10, 0, which is going to be all the way over here on the edge. Okay, it's going to be a dotted line. Okay, it's dotted. All right, so now we need to do our shading, okay? So I'm going to label this line 1, and I'm going to label this line 2, so I know which one's which when I'm doing my shading. Okay, so for line 1, we said it was false, and for line 2, we said it was true. So let's do line 1 first. Our point was 0, 0, and we said it was false. So that means it's not going to shade towards the point. It's going to shade this way. The other way, not towards the point, not towards the test point. Okay, this is our test point and it was false. So we're going to shade over here. Now for line 2, it was true. And our test point's right here, so that means it's going to shade towards the test point. So it's going to shade this way. Towards the test point, okay? So where they overlap, all this in here is where your solution will be, okay? Where these two overlap. Okay, so we shaded down from this, then we shaded up from this, so this is where they overlap. This is where you shade. So any point within this shaded area would be a solution for both of these equations. Okay, there's the work again, in case you need it. All right, now let's look at number 2. Here we're solving for 3 different equations. So I'm going to label these 1, 2, and 3. All right. So for line 1, you have x is less than 6, okay? You don't need to do intercepts for this because you only have one variable. We just need to graph x is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that's your point, and you know it's x is equal to 6, so you know it's a vertical line, and it's going to be dotted, a dotted line, because it said x is less than 6. Since it's less than and not less than or equal to, that makes it dotted. Okay, so now we need to do our test point. So if we put in 0 in place of x and y, which there is no y, we're going to put x for 0 is less than 6. Is that true or false? That is true. So that means your test point is over here. So that means it's going, since it's true, that means it's going to go towards your test point. Okay? All right, so let's come back over here. And now let's do our number 2. We're going to have our x-intercept. You're going to put y in as 0. So you're going to have 0, you're going to have x plus 0 is greater than 4. So you're going to get x is greater than 4. Okay, so your x-intercept is going to be 4, 0. Now for your y-intercept, you're going to put 0 in for x, and you're going to get 0 plus y